So surplus, I think we definitely in our business are in a season of
Yep,
surplus. There's more business
exactly.
out there, and we're seeing it on the listing side. I know on the buyer side. So I
Hmm.
know last week we both had new listings we put on,
Yep,
and I think this is a great example of what surplus is. So talk about
sure.
your listing and the activity, and I'll talk
Okay,
about mine.
sure. So, number one, two listings hit both in my little area of La Mesa, San Diego. And one was listed at a very reasonable price, not underlisted, but very a good price. I thought maybe we'd get 25,000 over. We had 300 showings in 2.5 days. And it was so bonkers. And you can imagine that as an agent, and especially an agent like you and I are, where we really want to be good to our word and get back to people. I had over 150 texts within 24 hours. So trying to keep that straight and get back to people and be kind and sensitive to the fact that they're out there busting their butts trying to make things happen for their buyers, you know, that's too much. That's surplus. And
That
granted, like you said, I'm sorry to cut you off, but like
yeah.
you said, we are in a season. And so we might not be like that next week. We might not be like that when interest rates go up. But to keep a reputation as an agent that I really, really want, I want people to know when I write an offer on their property or they write one on one of my listings, I'm a girl of my word. I'm going to get back to you. I'm going to be kind. I'm going to give you the information you need. I'm, just to create that string of events to be a good person. And it's
Yeah,
difficult.
I'm facing the same thing on mine, and not to the same level, I think.
Mhm.
But let me ask you that: were you able to return all those texts and
I
calls?
did.
Oh,
I
I
did.
hate you because I haven't done that yet, and I'm so
Yeah.
angry at myself.
I'll
So,
tell you how I did it really quick, just so that people know. I made a list in the notes section of my phone with every question that someone would ask, because most of the time people ask like five main questions.
mhm.
And then at the top, I said, due to the volume of calls, I have made a cheat sheet. Please read through and see if your question's answered. And I just copied and pasted that all day long. And then I also
Yeah,
wrote, due to the volume of texts, I'm so sorry I cannot make individual calls. Please send your highest and best offer. But there was never just dead air.
yeah, that's really good. I did that on the front end of mine. Where I'm struggling now is everybody wants the after action report, like how they
Yeah.
did,
Yeah.
and I'm like, so backing up, uh, similar hot listing situation. And we were rushing because we had a snowstorm coming in. Now you don't have that problem in San Diego.
No,
San
we don't.
Diego. Again, I'm in North Carolina. We don't
Right.
get that much snow, but when we do, everybody freaks out. It's like the end of the world. And
Yeah.
so we saw this storm coming, and I'm like, I got to get this listing out. The timing was really important for the seller. So we dumped it on the market 2 days before the storm. 90
Mm-hmm.
showings in that period of time. No overlap. Again,
Right.
it was a rural property, really neat piece of property,
Mm-hmm.
long gravel road. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't going to work to have everybody just show up. There'd be a jam,
Sure.
and we were worried about snow. Somebody got stuck in the mud at 6 o'clock at night, had to be towed out. Yeah, it was just like it was
Yeah.
a nightmare. And we had 26 offers,
Mm-hmm.
and complicated property. So everybody's asking these questions about the railroad tracks and the, this
Yeah.
and that and the other septic tank, all this stuff. And, trying to be consistent and follow up.
Mm-hmm.
We did a really good job with that, but now I'm struggling with the after action. And
Right.
I realize I'm going to just have to bite the bullet one of these evenings and just call everybody after it's settled down
Sure.
and have that
Sure.
conversation.